Howdy folks, welcome to the 2020 Lincoln Aviator debut. Coming up in this video, we're going to talk about a lot of things that are new, brand new with this car. Check it out. We've got a hybrid powertrain that's going to be an option. We have a new engine. We have a new setup in terms of suspension, all new interior. It's an all new car, and you're going to learn all about it next.
Yeah, so Lincoln Aviator, we actually introduced two things. The base model, which comes with a 3-liter V6 twin turbocharged engine standard, delivering about 400 horsepower and more than 400 pound-feet of torque. And then we have what we call the Grand Touring model. And that's a combination of that engine along with electric motor. And together they combine to deliver about 450 horsepower or more and more than 600 pound-feet of torque. So it's really a step-up performance solution that also happens to get improved fuel economy. Yeah, so availability, we expect the vehicle to be heading out to dealers and customers by next summer. In terms of competitors, think about vehicles like the Audi Q7, the Volvo XC90, Acura MDX, Infiniti QX60, to some extent even a BMW X5, although that's more 2-row than 3-row, but that's about the right price range and the same kind of premium vehicles that we'd be looking to compete against.
Do all of these come standard with a 3-row setup?
Yeah, every Aviator is a 3-row vehicle.
Including the hybrid?
Including the hybrid or the Grand Touring model. What's great about that is we offer either seating for 6 or 7, depending upon whether you get captain's chairs in the second row or a 3-across seating. Right, what we did was we wanted to intelligently place that battery as a part of the architecture, so it's actually under the floor of the vehicle. That's great for the customer because it allows them uncompromising space on the interior. Some of our competitors have chosen to do this differently, but for the Aviator customer, it means you still get 3 spacious rows of seating, you get great cargo space, you get a large fuel tank, you can even have a spare wheel and tire, which a lot of hybrids no longer carry. So I mean, part of the rear-wheel drive architecture that we've based Aviator on is great from a weight distribution perspective. It's nearly 50% front for 50% rear. It helps with towing capacity and capability through that rear-wheel drive-based powertrain. So it offers a lot of functionality for the customer.
Would you have those numbers with towing capacity and whatnot, or are those not available yet?
Those aren't available yet. Those will be coming in the future.
Oh, very good. Is this considered a truck? I mean, it doesn't have a frame, right? And it also has a 4-wheel independent suspension, which is, I believe, a 4-wheel airbag suspension.
Yeah, we offer an air glide suspension, as you mentioned, with air control at each of the 4 corners. We have electronically controlled adaptive dampers as well. We wouldn't call this a truck, we'd actually call this a premium SUV. And it is a unibody architecture. The powertrain and transmission architecture that we've built this on, we call it a modular hybrid transmission, but it borrows so much from our 10R family of transmissions that it's really modularized, just like the name implies. And we embed the electric motor right in that overall transmission assembly to create the architecture for the Grand Touring model. So you've got stop-start capability like you would in any hybrid.
Right.
And of course you've got energy recapture through regenerative braking, but it does afford you some great things. From our perspective, it's great because we get that power and an instantaneous torque of the electric motor to blend with a very capable gas powertrain, and that's why we get such great performance. It doesn't have a locking center diff, but it does have some limited off-road capability. Most of our customers, we expect, are going to spend most of their time on road. We'd actually call it an all-wheel drive system. From an efficiency perspective, though, we've included other new technologies like a front wheel or front axle disconnect. That's really just for fuel efficiency, so that you don't have all the spin losses when you don't need to apply torque to the front axle. Well, we're definitely in the luxury bin.
Right.
We really talk about our quiet flight tenets being beauty, human, gliding, and sanctuary. We want to deliver effortless experiences to our customer, whether that be through the vehicle itself or a combination of vehicle and client services. And so, yes, we're definitely wanting to play to the premium and luxury customers that are looking for a 3-row SUV.
And that goes back to, among other things, that airbag suspension we were discussing. That's something that's new. I don't recall Lincoln doing anything quite like that with dual. It was a dual piston airbag?
Dual chambers. Dual chambers. What that really enables us to do is actually to tune to 2 different spring ratios, if you think of them that way, right? The airbag acts as a spring.
Right.
We can actually modulate 2 different rates as a result of having those 2 chambers. We've done air suspensions in the past in Lincoln. This is the first time we've used that technology. And also the first time we've been able to also blend it together with the adaptive suspension capability we have, including this technology we call road preview. That road preview is a forward-looking camera that's literally scanning the road ahead, can detect things like potholes and speed bumps. And then we can individually adjust those dampers at each of the 4 wheels to give you the smoothest ride possible. We can change that damping rate almost instantaneously. We're talking about changes that happen in milliseconds. The Lincoln Way app today already affords the customer the ability to remotely start the car and check on a number of items, but it doesn't allow you to start the car and drive away yet.
Right.
That's really for remote purposes. Phone as a key technology takes that to the next level, where in this case, now that phone can actually function as the key fob. It's pretty effortless, and so from my perspective, you want to have a fobless experience. The other thing it enables you to do is you can set up to 4 keys. So you've got the ability to add other users within your family or friends. You've got the ability to have a backup system, so should the battery die, we've all had that problem happen before to our phones. We've got a backup code where you can still enter your vehicle and physically drive it away.
Is that
which
on
is
the
new.
door?
There's a keypad on the door that allows you access, and then another code that you'll enter into the center touchscreen, and that enables you to drive the car. So think of this, you're now driving your Aviator, you don't have a phone, and you don't have a key fob. So it's a great backup plan, just in case.
Brad Jager, Aviator brand manager. When you get into the Lincoln Aviator, it's trying to make your life more effortless, more rejuvenating, and we've done that with a lot of features. If you first see from the design perspective, we have a linear design that runs the full length of the front row to try to instill calm feelings with everyone. We also have 30-way perfect position seats that are in this vehicle here with massage functionality and 4-way lumbar support to really put you at ease on long trips.
That's similar to the Lincoln Navigator, right?
It's similar to the Lincoln Navigator. So a lot of the design themes that you will have seen in the Lincoln Navigator have carried over to Aviator. Okay. We're just building upon that and providing even more features. Okay. So for example, this is the first vehicle that will have a Revel Ultima 3D. So it has 28 speakers throughout the entire cabin to really give you this immersive sound with rich, superior music. So here you can see 3 of the speakers right in the driver's side door.
And like other European brands, you guys are making an aesthetic statement with the speakers themselves.
Absolutely, but it's not just about aesthetics. We've worked with Revel, and this is the design that they came up with to provide the best quality of sound as well, which is something that you'll see across all of the Lincoln products.
I see.
With this unique grille.
Now, the interior has a very interesting finish. It's not wood. It looks almost like it's aluminum. What is that?
Yeah, so we have engine-turned aluminum as the appliques, which really bring back the feeling of aviation. We're playing into the flight and really giving tribute to the namesake of this vehicle. A lot of old instrument panels with older aircraft, the front cowling on even the Spirit of St. Louis. So a lot of the older aircraft will have that as a design element. So sure. It's definitely a beautiful detail that really gives tribute to the name Aviator.
The center stack and that center IP with the that screen, that is a very large screen. Does that retract?
Yep. So it does not retract. It's there permanently. It's a 10-inch screen.
10-inch.
And we did a great job positioning it. When you get inside the vehicle, it's right there. It's easy to reach, touch, navigate. It is a touch screen, and it sits higher up, so you don't have to take your eyes off the road. Everything will be there right in front of you.
And the center IP, I'm guessing that's all digital?
Yeah. So the center cluster, it's all digital. It's a just over 12-inch LCD screen that we're using there.
And the steering wheel, you actually put some controls in some unique places on the steering wheel, and I believe the actual steering wheel is something new.
Yeah, the steering wheel is all new designed for Aviator specifically. It's the next generation Lincoln steering wheel. So we've done a few things. One is we've moved the push to talk button up to the 10 o'clock position. So it's always there, easy to access.
With
the driver
with your thumb.
With your thumb.
Yeah.
The driver doesn't need to take their eyes off the road to find it, and they have access to all the voice functionality from it. We also have a more contextual buttons that you'll see here with 4-way buttons. Some of the screens will change, and different buttons will illuminate it, whether you're in certain situations or certain settings. So it's all about simplifying and only displaying the options that you need at that time.
I see you've gone to some rotary knobs. A lot of your competitors don't do that anymore. They just have buttons and switches, which for a certain clientele might be a little infuriating. But it also looks like this whole center component going all the way from one side to the other is completely unique. I've never seen it on any other Lincoln vehicle.
Yeah, absolutely, and that gets at that pure horizontal design, which we feel is very calming, and something that David Woodhouse and the whole design team did intentionally to run that full length with that width element. This vehicle does have wireless charging for your smartphone. It's located in the center bin. It has a slot to hold your phone right on the side and effortlessly charge it.
Excellent.